I will not utter a single word that will be against my belief. His uncle, his relatives, all of them want to convince him, especially some of the governors. They also loved Imam Ahmad, but they couldn't say anything to Al-Mu'tasim. So they are sending messages to his family members that come, convince him, and somehow by presenting proofs to him that it's allowed. And now they're coming to him with some proofs. You know, Quran says, إِلَّا مَنْ أُكْرِهَ وَقَلْبُهُ مُطْمَئِنٌ بِالْإِيمَانِ, that if a person is forced, but he's convinced with his iman, then he has no sin in saying the words that he's asked to say, just to save his life. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi response to those people was, what would you tell me, what's your explanation of the hadith of Khabbab radiyallahu anhu that says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said to Khabbab radiyallahu anhu, when Khabbab went to complain, he went to complain to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, now they have tortured us so much, the kuffar of Quraysh have tortured us so much, we can't take it no more, Ya Rasulullah. And he showed Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam the marks of what they had done to him. They used to take burning coals and lay him flat on his back on those coals until his own fat and the blood would turn off that fire. They used to take iron rods and put it into fire until it will turn red, and they would put it on his head and on his face. When he went to complain and he went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, please make dua against these people for Allah to destroy them. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Khabbab, are you getting impatient? قد كان من قبلكم ينشر بمنشار الحديد فما يصرفه ذلك عن دينه. People in the previous religions and the people in the followers of the previous Anbiya alayhimus salatu wassalam, some of them, they were cut into half by knives, or we can say by saw. By a saw they were cut into half, and this thing made them turn away from their deen or say a single word against their deen. Khabbab, are you getting impatient? So Imam Ahmad, whenever people would try to convince him, he would tell them, what's the explanation of this hadith? Which simply means that yes, that is allowed, but this is something that is more important. We have another teaching that if we hold to this, of course it will be more virtuous, and I would like to hold to this, like Bilal radiyallahu anhu, like Khabbab radiyallahu anhu, and the other Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. Finally, they sent him to Al-Mu'tasim. When he entered over there, Ibn Abi Dawood was sitting there, and there was a large gathering of their followers, people who just like to please the Khalifa, the king, for whatever he says. Al-Mu'tasim asked Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi to say the words that they were enforcing it on others. Imam Ahmad rahmatullahi alayhi's response was, "Ituni bi shay'in min kitabillahi wa sunnati rasulihi hatta aqula bih." Give me a proof from Quran and the Sunnah, I would say those words. But if it does not exist in Quran and the Sunnah, then don't expect anything like that from me. Ibn Abi Dawood said to Al-Mu'tasim, now he is halal al-dam, you're allowed to kill him. This is my fatwa. But Al-Mu'tasim knew the position of Imam Ahmad. He knows he can't just deal with him like any other person. He can't just kill him like this. And at the same time, he has respect for him too. He knows he's a great scholar of Islam. He can't just keep on killing scholars like this. So he said to Imam Ahmad, would you like to have a debate with Ibn Abi Dawood? He said, sure. Let me talk to him. But before I talk to him, let me ask you a few questions. He said, go ahead. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi asked Al-Mu'tasim, what was the faith and belief that Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam invited people to it? He thought about it for a few minutes and then he said, they invited people to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So Imam Ahmad said, I believe in that. Tell me something else that they were inviting people to it, so I would believe in that too. He had no answer to this. Imam Ahmad said to him that Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu have narrated that there were people came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Bahrain, Waqt Abdul Qais, and they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about Iman. He explained the Iman to them, and he never mentioned these words that you people are enforcing on people. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never mentioned those words as part of Iman. Why are you people enforcing disbelief on people? So he says, Ahmad, I have no answer to this. I wish you were not in prison from the time of Ma'mun. I would not have done anything to you. But now, since you were there before I became the ruler, so I have to treat you according to what I think my older brother Ma'mun would have treated you. Now discuss this matter with Ibn Abi Dawood. He started discussing it with him. Ibn Abi Dawood had no answers for Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. But at every point, he is only trying to provoke Al-Mu'tasim and telling him, look, he is giving up his faith. He has given us Iman. Now he became mushrik. You must kill him. Al-Mu'tasim goes to Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi and says to him that, Ahmad, just say it once so I can let you go. This will give me a reason to let you go. Imagine in that situation, who would not utter these words? When the ruler is requesting him that I won't come after you. I will just ask people to leave you alone after this. Just say it once so I will have a reason to let you go. Go back and do whatever you want. And Imam Ahmad says, إِيتُونِي بِشَيْءٍ مِّن كِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَسُنَّةِ رَسُولِهِ حَتَّى أَقُولَ بِهِ. Mu'tasim, whatever you are trying to tell me, convince me through, is not approved from Quran and Hadith. Tell me something from Quran and Hadith so I can say those words. Mu'tasim gets upset. He says, send him back to prison. Second day they call him again. Again he's having the same debates. Third day they called him. That was the 25th of Ramadan. They called him at the early part of the day and made him stand in the sun heat. They knew that Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi was fasting. He did not give up the fasting even in that situation. And his fatwa was that anything that comes from these kings and these governors is haram because they are misusing the wealth from Baytul Mal. So he's not eating anything from there. Doesn't eat anything. And still he's fasting. They made him stand in the heat. After that, Al-Mu'tasim called him. Again, in his very polite way, he says, Ahmad, just say it once. Just say it once. I would like to let you go. I just want to find a reason for myself so that I can let you go. Say it once, Ahmad. And Imam Ahmad's response is, إِيتُونِي بِشَيْءٍ مِّن كِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَسُنَّةِ رَسُولِهِ. Tell me something from Quran and Hadith so I can repeat those words, but your words, I can never say those. Now Al-Mu'tasim calls upon some people to start torturing Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi. And he called for some whips. He called for some strong people who will be whipping Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi. And he looked for some of the very strong whips that would just, the narrator who was there at that time, who narrates the whole incident, he says, those were such whips that I know about it, that if you would hit an elephant with it, the elephant may not be able to take it. He asked these strong people from the army to line up. Each person would be hitting Imam Ahmad only twice so that he won't lose his strength in hitting him. And then he will get at the end of the line. And they continued beating Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi in this way. At each whip, it pulls the skin